Terence, Adelphoe, Episode 1. The prologue to Terence's play, The Brothers, is written in the meter known as the iambic sonarius. An iamb is a foot made up of a short syllable followed by a long syllable. This is distinguished from the trochee, which is a long followed by a short, from the spondee, two longs, the dactyl, a long and two shorts, etc. The sonarius means that there are 6 of these in a given line. So it would sound something like this: postquam poeta sainsit scripturam suam, abeniquis abser varet advor sa rios, raparin peo rempartim quac turi sumus, with an elision here and an elision here. Indicio de sipserit vos a retis judices, with an elision here between se and ipse. Laudin an vitio ducid facta porteat, with an elision here between duci id and factum and aporteat. For my analysis of this play, I am relying on the public domain work of Arthur Sloman from early in the 20th century. He points out that there is a double alliteration here in the first line, postquam poeta, and sainsit scripturam suam. The meaning of this portion, along with its damaged missing line here, is something like this. After postquam, the poet perceived or sensed. Poeta is masculine, singular, and nominative. It's the subject. It's a first declension masculine. After the poet perceived that his own writing, scripturam suam, his own work, and this is feminine, singular, and accusative. It is feminine, singular, accusative because this is an instance of oratio obliqua, indirect statement. This accusative scripturam is the subject of observari. So after he perceived that his own writing, his own work, was being picked on or was being criticized by those who were unfair, ab iniquis, and iniquis is masculine plural, ablative of agency. And he perceived, sainsit is still the controlling verb, he perceived something else. He perceived that his opponents, adversarios, masculine plural and accusative, again the subject of an infinitive, and this would be adversarios in more classical texts. This is an archaic form, and that his opponents, adversarios, rapere, were picking upon, in peorem partem, were picking upon the worst part, or as Sloman says, picking to pieces, that which he was about to write, or I am about to write. You see, aucturi sumus is first plural. So after the poet perceived these things, and the antecedent of quam is the scripturam, so we are to understand quam really as fabulam. Let me clear the slate here a minute. After he perceived that, so he perceived 2 things, scripturam observari ab iniquis, and that his opponents, adversarios, were picking upon that which he was about to compose, or what I, first plural, was about to do. Aucturi sumus is from the verb ago, agere, agi, actum or actus a being the 4th principal part, and so this then is often called the future active paraphrastic. After he perceived all that, now we get to the main verb. He himself, ipse, will be or will act as a source of information, indicio. Indicio here is a neuter, singular, and dative of advantage. He himself will act as a source of information, de se, concerning himself. Erit is 3rd singular future. Ipse, here in the masculine singular nominative, is the subject, and se refers back as a reflexive pronoun to the subject of the verb, which again is ipse. You yourselves, vos, masculine plural nominative, will be the judges. You will decide whether, this on indicates a double question, whether the thing that has been done, id factum, whether it should be considered, aporteat duci, as a matter of praise, laudi, this is in the dative, or a matter of fault, vitio. This verb here is subjunctive because the whole line is an indirect question.